Good evening, everyone. Here is Sanibel police blotter dated September 12th. I'm just going to read through the police blotter. A couple arrests did happen. On September 5th, a traffic stop was initiated on a vehicle for having an obscured and expired temporary tag. Records checks revealed the vehicle did not have a valid registration and the driver did not have a driver's license. The driver was arrested for driving without a license. For never having one issued, and was transferred to the Lee County Jail without incident. The suspect is a Lehigh Acres resident in Florida. If you're not familiar with Lehigh Acres, it's like a town right next to Fort Myers. I've mentioned them before because they have a high crime rate in that area. And so he was released on a $500 bond the same day. I'm not for sure why he was arrested, because lately on Sanibel, people driving without a license just get a notice to appear for a future court date. But he was arrested. We'll just assume he had a previous history, and maybe the notice to appears are for first-time offenders. On September 6th, during an area check, 2 individuals were observed sitting in a vehicle behind a closed business. A records check revealed one of the individuals had an active out-of-state warrant for violation of parole. The individual was taken into custody and transported to the Lee County Jail without incident. They didn't mention his booking number, and I don't feel like going through the records to find it, so not for sure what his parole violation is for. Other enforcement actions for the week. On September 6th, a traffic stop was initiated on a vehicle for failure to stop at a stop sign. The driver was issued a notice to appear for never having a driver's license and issued a citation for the stop sign violation. So when they have a notice to appear, again, remember, that's not technically a ticket. It is a court date. But when they go to that court date, they do have to pay fines. So it does result in a fine. It just maybe not right off the bat. Like, it's not one of those where you just mail in a check and it's all good. You actually have to show up at court. You actually have to pay the court fine, and the judge might have you arrested right then and there. It just depends on like what your history is, I guess. So I think a lot of people who aren't familiar with notice to appears think they're not that big a deal, and they tend to ignore them. If you get a notice to appear in Florida, don't ignore it. Go to your court date. On September 11th, a traffic stop was initiated on a vehicle for failure to stop at a stop sign. The driver was issued a notice to appear for never having a driver's license and a warning for the stop sign violation. The enforcement operation statistics for the week of September 5th through September 11th, there was 3 alarm calls, 16 911 non-emergency calls, 1 traffic crash, 56 radar details, 26 traffic stops, which is actually low for the week. Within those 26 stops, 11 citations were issued and 15 verbal warnings. There were 0 field interviews, 537 residential area checks, 232 business area checks, 1,166 total area checks, 0 reported burglaries, it was always good, 3 reported thefts, and a total of 1,392 CAD calls. Reminders for the week. Remember, there's no tolls every Sunday for the month of September, but you still have to pay parking fees. Remember, parking fees at the beach parking lots are $5 per hour, and you have to pay using your mobile device unless you have a permit sticker for Sanibel. And yeah, that's pretty normal. I'm just looking through all the alerts, just pretty normal stuff that they say every week. Just remember, don't park on the side of the road. Sanibel does not have any street parking, and you will get a fine, a $150 fine, if you park on the side of the road. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I will have a couple updates the next couple days. City of Sanibel did have their monthly board meeting, lots to discuss, and Captiva also had a board meeting. I will probably cover that too, because I am sure they're discussing the Lee County ordinance that got passed that nobody on Captiva or Sanibel wanted passed. So yeah, I will definitely have some more updates this week, and see you later.